Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are looking at this 1964 Ford F100. It's been restored, rebuilt, refurbished, what you'd like to call it. It's got the original straight six-cylinder in it that we'll see in a couple minutes with a couple of carburetors on it. Body and paint have been done. Overall, looks pretty good. Pretty nice driver condition paint job, I'd say. It's not perfect. There are a couple of little some dust marks and orange peel here and there, but going down the road it does present nice. For the most part, I have no issues. There's a couple of chips and dings, some of the edges where hood and stuff is closing, etc. A couple of little things here and there, but for the most part it looks pretty good. Gaps are decent throughout. While we're up front here, I will mention that we do have a bit of a dent in the top of this re-chromed bumper here, and it does, because of that, it does sit down a little bit. It's kind of a little cocked compared to the other side. Other than that, though, it's not too bad. Grille looks good, headlights, blinkers, all that stuff looks pretty nice with no signs of issue. We go down the passenger side. The gaps are pretty decent, best you can for stock style pickup. They're not perfect, but again, for an old F100, it is pretty good. So you can see they're pretty nice. No real issues. It's got a little Texaco sticker on there. There is some cab corners have been replaced, and you can see that in the bodywork and underneath. So they are nice and solid. Everything that needed to be replaced looks like it has been replaced. Bed sides are all nice and straight. I'm thinking in probably new bed sides. Fenders all look good. There's a little bit of body work in the fenders. Nothing to be worried about. Nothing unusual about a restoration like this. So we come around the side. Okay, no damage or anything like that. Rear bumper looks nice, chromed. Taillights all look pretty good with no signs of issue. And all this stuff looks nice. Tailgate looks nice as well. Aftermarket unit, it looks like. And it is screwed in place, so it doesn't overly open or anything like that. Wood inside the bed, as you can see, looks very nice. Unused kind of show truck condition, which is great. Everything looks pretty good. Come around to the driver's side. We see same kind of thing. No real issues. Some body work in the fenders, but no problems. All looks pretty good. And we come around here, this cab corner has been replaced as well. Looks like it was done well though. No signs of issue, no bodywork cracking or anything like that. And as we come back around the side, the doors look good. Everything looks pretty decent. You can see this, here's a little alignment thing on this hood here. Push it down once I opened it before, push it down, and it goes back to where it needs to be. All the glass looks good, no issues. Windows go up and down as they should. Windshield looks nice. A lot of this stuff looks to be original trim, original chrome, as you can see. Little pitting, but not bad at all for its age. And same thing with the windshield wiper arms. There's a little bit here and there, but it all seems pretty decent. So we go around brakes and tires. So it does have brand new disc brakes in front, conversion, and they all look, like I said, pretty much brand new with no issues. Now as we go around, these tires are a little bit older. They're, forget the date on the front ones. I think they were 98. I think 98. So they're a little bit older, but they do look pretty good with no issues. Maybe they were 98. I'm sorry, 2008 maybe. The photos are in the report with the dates, so we'll see that in the report. But they do look pretty good. There's about 936 of tread, so they are pretty nice. Now you will also see more photos of the undercarriage. I went underneath, nice and clean, well done. Some bushings, things like that, are all original. No, not restored parts or anything like that. But all the sheet metal looks good with no signs of issue. We come around this side, and it's the same story. With this bit older tire, the two fronts are pretty old. So again, they look pretty good though. Not a lot of miles on them. About 830 seconds of tread. Rims, trim rings, and caps all look pretty nice. And the same story as we go underneath. This is an automatic transmission, and all the sheet metal looks pretty good under here. You'll see nice lit up photos in the report. Back tires are nice big and wide ones, and these ones are, so here we go. So these ones are 2000s, from 2000, and yet I think the front ones were from 98. So they are a little older, but again, they don't have a lot of any dry rot or anything. Probably sat around most of their life with no real issues. And they are almost, I think they were 9:30 seconds of tread on these guys, so we're looking pretty good. And again, underneath, it does have dual exhaust, 6-cylinder with dual, and it does sound pretty nice. Once we get around in the front, we'll start it up real quick. But everything looks pretty good under there. Same story of this tire, 2000. However, nice tread on them with no issues. Everything is pretty nice and clean under here, as you can see. No real issues. So we're gonna go through the interior, which is in a restored condition, refurbished. Door panels look nice with no signs of issue. No rust or anything in the bottoms of these doors. They all look very nice. As well as footwells, no rust, any issues, all look pretty good. Now from underneath, you'll see the spots that have been replaced. Both floorboards have been replaced. Again, they look to have been done well, so no issues there. It's got original style rubber mat. Aftermarket tilt column in it. And as we sit in here, we find steering wheel looks nice. No issues. It does have a kind of an aftermarket wrap on it or something. But that presents well. Horn ring, all that is all original. Gauge panel looks really nice. Not dented or messed up or anything like that. Custom cab. All looks pretty good. And dash top, again, looks pretty nice. With no real signs of issue. No weird smells or anything like that. Original AM radio, which is a nice feature. And shifter is in this like old gas tank, which looks kind of neat. Kind of a good idea. And it looks like a low car shifter. It does have the headliner in it. And all that stuff looks pretty good. All new and replaced. Seat has original style, the vinyl cushion on it. And it all looks pretty nice. Doesn't feel worn out or anything of that nature. Pretty good. Fuel tank back here, original location. And I don't see any leaking or smells or anything like that. So it is pretty good. Which is rare to have these guys not leaking at all. So it's pretty good. Must have been gone over. Go around to the passenger side. It does also have new weather strip, all that stuff around. Basically everything that needs to have gone over has been gone over, and it all looks pretty decent. Door panel, again, looks pretty nice. No real issues. Oh, pretty nice. No rust under there, no rust here. Floorboards, this side has been replaced as well. Again, it was done correctly. All this stuff. Does have a newer radio in here. Placed in there discreetly, which is nice. And again, seat back here looks nice with no issues. So interior wise, we are looking pretty good. We're gonna look under the hood now. As you can hear, the doors close nice and solid with no real issues. So here we are under the hood with the undisclosed 6-cylinder. The owner didn't quite remember which one it was, 233 or 263, I think was this one's in these years. I'm not quite sure. But everything looks nice. As you can see, we got triple Holly carbs. Neat intake on this guy. All looks pretty good into a stock style manifold, but it does sound pretty good with that dual splitter. It's been upgraded to power steering and seems to work well, not leaking or anything of that nature. There's a couple of little tiny drips underneath, which I'll show you in the photos, but again, nothing to overly worry about. Belts, hoses, all that stuff looks all pretty new. No signs of issue. I don't see a leaky water pump or front or rear main seals. All that stuff looks good. Distributor, everything is pretty nice. Simple, straightforward, just as an old truck should be. I did an analysis on your oil, which is down here, and we got a green light on that, so we have no contaminants with no coolant or worn bearings or anything of that nature. Your coolant looks good as well, nice and clean, good negative 43. And your battery is good and charging just as it should, so we have no real issues there. It's also been converted to power brakes. It said the front is disc and it is power. And again, that looks like it was done well with no issues. As far as rust goes, there's none in here. Wheel wells, core support, everything looks pretty nice. We're going to start it up real quick. It does fire right up, and we can hear it running. No gas pedal needed, fires right up. Runs nice and smooth. No smoke or smells, anything like that. It all smells like it's running well and fresh. No issues. So there you have it. 1964 Ford F100. As usual, thanks for watching. We're going to take it for a drive now and make sure it drives as good as it looks. And we'll see you next time.